to disclose IP or not to disclose IP in an SBIR application? That is the question I'm going to help you to answer in today's video. So after serving as an SBIR reviewer and consulting hundreds of startups on their SBIR strategy, many founders have shared their concerns with me about exposing their intellectual property or IP in their SBIR application. And I totally get it. After all, your IP is the backbone of your startup, and some might argue that this is actually the most valuable asset. So sharing all the nitty-gritty details about your intellectual property in your SBIR application is something not to take lightly. But on the flip side, if you don't share enough details about your unique innovation, this makes it really challenging for SBIR reviewers to evaluate the impact and novelty of your technology. So what do? You have to strike a balance. So in today's video, I'm going to share 2 key considerations for you to keep in mind so that you'll have a better idea how much information you need to disclose about your innovation in an SBIR application. But first, if you're new to the channel, let me introduce myself. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Stacy from KeepYourEquity.co, and our mission is to help startups secure non-dilutive funding. And we specialize in helping science and tech startups secure non-dilutive funding from federal programs such as the SBIR and the STTR. So if you're interested in learning more about those programs, I'll leave a link to another video in the description below. And we also help other small businesses in the private and public sectors, as well as NGOs, to help them secure the much needed non-dilutive funding through federal grants and contract opportunities. So if you've been following this channel, you'll know that the SBIR and the STTR program are designed to support innovative small businesses to bring new technologies and products to the commercial market while allowing them to retain their IP. And through these programs, these applicants can gain access to the much needed non-dilutive funding in order to support those developments, even up to $2 million for some agencies. But likely, many of these innovations that these applicants propose are highly innovative, so they are either IP protected through filing patents or through trade secrets. And because of that, founders have to make some difficult choices as to the level of detail they feel comfortable in exposing within an SBIR application related to their IP or intellectual property. So today, I'm going to share 2 key considerations to help you make that decision. But before we get into it, here's a small disclaimer. As you may know, I am not a lawyer, and so therefore this is not legal advice. These 2 key considerations I'm going to share is coming from myself and my experiences as an SBIR reviewer, a consultant, and an SBIR awardee. So if you want to know the best way to maintain your IP for your business, make sure to seek legal advice from your IP counsel who specializes in IP protection. It might even work in your technology space. And if you have additional concerns about disclosing your IP within an SBIR application, you can always consult with the SBIR program managers on guidance on how to best address your concerns within the context of your application. Right? And with that out of the way, let's get into it. So the first consideration to keep in mind is that the more information you can give to these SBIR reviewers, the deeper their understanding will be of your technology, its impact, how it works, and its commercial viability in the market. But here it's also important to know that SBIR applicants are not required to disclose their IP within an SBIR and STTR application. But it is your job to provide enough details in your application so that reviewers can evaluate your proposed research efforts, your proposed research and development activities, the problems you're addressing, your approach, and the anticipated outcomes. And these descriptions have to be incredibly detailed, because if you fail to provide SBIR reviewers with enough information about your technology, it can actually hinder their ability to properly evaluate your potential of receiving SBIR funding. Here, reviewers have to rely on you to give them all the information they will need to assess the technical merit, the innovation, and the commercial potential of your technology. Insufficient detail may lead to ambiguity, making it super challenging for them to grasp the novelty and significance of what you want to propose. And this in turn will reduce your chances of funding. So therefore, it is so critical for founders to strike a good balance between protecting their IP and providing the necessary information for reviewers to demonstrate the value and feasibility of the proposed project. And it is so important to manage what information is disclosed while protecting the core IP so that you can navigate the balance between securing funding and safeguarding your innovation. Now, the second consideration to keep in mind is that SBIR reviewers are typically held to strict confidentiality requirements. Reviewers are often required to sign non-disclosure agreements or NDAs, and they must adhere to really strict ethical standards to ensure that the information and proposals they review and discuss are kept confidential. And this is done to protect IP and sensitive business matters of the applicants. And although the specific confidentiality requirements may vary between SBIR program from SBIR program across different agencies, maintaining confidentiality of the proposals and its contents is a fundamental aspect within the SBIR review process. Reviewers are generally not allowed to disclose any information about the proposals they reviewed or discuss even the details of any proposals with anyone who is not involved in the review process outside that review session. And these confidentiality measures are there to help maintain the integrity of the SBIR program and ensures that applicants should feel comfortable to submit their innovative ideas with confidence that their IP and business information will be protected by the reviewers and agencies during the review process. So to quickly sum up, the two key considerations that you should keep in mind to understand how much of information you should disclose within an SBIR STTR application, the more details you can provide, the greater chances of an award. And two, SBIR review panelists are held to strict confidentiality standards to protect founders like you. And as always, if you want further information, it might be worthwhile to seek legal counsel to understand how to best navigate the IP landscape for your technology and your business before you begin an SBIR application. And with that, thank you so much for watching until the end of this video. I hope you found these tips helpful to better understand whether or not you should disclose your IP within an SBIR application. And if you haven't done so, I would greatly appreciate if you can like this video, subscribe to this channel, and comment below. And by doing so, you'll get access to lots of other tips and tricks on how you can secure non-dilutive funding so that you can keep your equity throughout your fundraising journey. And as always, don't forget to check out our website at keepyourequity.co, where you find lots of other resources, templates, and advice on how you can get non-dilutive funding. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you in a video very soon.